The University of Tartu is a classical university in the city of Tartu, Estonia. It is the national university of Estonia. University of Tartu is the only classical university in the country and also the biggest and most prestigious university in Estonia. The University of Tartu is a member of the Coimbra Group and the Utrecht Network. It was established by King Gustavus Adolphus of Sweden in 1632, thus being one of the oldest universities in Northern Europe. According to QS World University Rankings, it is ranked 400th in the world and the top-ranked university in the Baltics. Times Higher Education World University Rankings places it in the 351-400 range among world universities. History Academia Gustaviana The Academia Gustaviana in the then Swedish province of Livonia was the second university founded in the Swedish Empire, following Uppsala University and preceding the Academy of Abo. A precursor to the academy had been a Jesuit grammar school Gymnasium Dorpitans, founded by Stefan Batory in 1583 and existing to 1601, when Tartu was under Polish Euro-Lithuanian rule. The first students immatriculated between April 21, 1632. The opening ceremony of Academia Dorpitensis took place on October 15 in the same year. The academy in Tartu functioned with philosophy, law, theology and medical faculties enjoying the privileges of the University of Uppsala. On account of the Russiano-Euro-Swedish War, the University of Tartu moved to Tallinn in 1656 and in 1665 it closed down. In the 17th century the future outstanding Swedish scholars Urban Currency Rne, Olav Varelius, Arvid Moller and others studied at the university. Among the academic staff were Friedrich Menius, Professor of History; Sven Dimberg, Professor of Mathematics; Alois Hermlin, Professor of Rhetoric and Poetry; Lars Mikrunda, Professor of Medicine; Georg Mancelius, Professor of Theology. In 1690 Tartu became a university town again. Academia Gustavo Carolina shortly after that moved from Tartu to Par Currency RNU as a result of the coalition against Sweden and the Great Famine of 1695–1697. Academia Gustavo Carolina, which had opened in Par Currency RNU on August 28, 1699 was closed because of the surrender to Russian forces on August 12, 1710 during the Great Northern War. According to the terms of the capitulation, the Russians agreed to maintain the university in Par Currency RNU. The university was reopened only in 1802 by the Baltic German Ritterschaften. The new German-speaking university was relaunched and had its new charter was confirmed by reform-minded Alexander I of Russia in 1802. Universita Currency T Dorpat . The university was reopened by the Baltic Germans in Estonia in April 1802. The language of instruction at Dorpat was German from 1802 to 1893. During that time, Dorpat had a dual nature in that it belonged both to the set of German, language, and Russian universities. Financially and administratively, the latter was more important. Intellectually and regarding the professoriate and students, the former was more important. Among the 30 German-language universities, of which 23 were inside the German Empire, Dorpat was the 11th in size. In teaching, the university educated the local Baltic German leadership and professional classes as well as staff especially for the administration and health system of the entire Russian Empire. In scholarship, it was an international university. The time between 1860 and 1880 was its golden age. The freedom to be a half-German university ceased with the rise of nationalist tendencies in Russia, which held homogenization more important than retaining a bilingual university. Between 1882 and 1898, Russification in language, appointments, etc., was imposed, with some exceptions. By 1898, when both the town and the university were renamed Urayev, virtually all distinguished scholars from Germany had left. The University of Urayev existed until 1918, when during part of the fall term, it was reopened, under German occupation, as Dorpat. Russian academic staff and students took refuge in Voronezh in Russia, giving rise to the foundation of Voronezh State University, which traces its own history back to the foundation of the University of Tartu and still holds several physical properties of the latter. University of Tartu Since Estonia became independent in 1918, the University of Tartu has been an Estonian language institution since 1919. The university was named Östland Universitet Karansi and Dorpat during the German occupation of Estonia in 1941 1944 and Tartu State University in 1940 1941 and 1944 1989, during the Soviet occupation. During Soviet rule, although Estonian remained the principal language of instruction, some courses were taught in Russian, and there were several Russian curricula. Estonia regained independence in 1991, and the full recovery of academic autonomy of the university can be dated to 1992. Presently there are no courses in Russian. The last decade has been marked by organizational and structural changes, as well as adaptations to various university models against the background of the Soviet and Baltic German past. Most recently, the university has been and is still being marked by the adaptation of the Bologna Declaration in Estonia generally and Tartu specifically, leading to major changes in curricula and studies, as well as by strong organizational centralization attempts. Recent plans also include the abolition of the chair system and of the faculties, which is supposed to lead to 4 large divisions under briefly serving deans and rector-appointed financial administrators. Buildings. The University unregistered trademark S4 museums, its botanical gardens, and sports facilities are, by and large, open to the general public. The university possesses some 150 buildings, 30 of which are outside of Tartu. 31 of its buildings decorate the city as architectural monuments. However, the current reforms include attempts to sell, or have the state co-sponsor, several of these buildings and monuments, as well as sports facilities, as they are not seen as part of the university's mission proper. At the same time, there are numerous recently constructed renovated university buildings and student dormitories, such as the von Bock House. Many of the new buildings are built to Majama Micronisa, such as the Technology Institute, the Biomedical Center, the Chemistry Building, and the new Physics Building. Research. Lectinology. The science of lectins was founded at the University of Tartu in 1888 with the publication of Peter Hermann Stillmark's thesis about the isolation of ricin. At the University of Tartu, currently more than 3,300 scientific publications are produced every year. About half of all publications by Estonian scientists in journals are written by Tartu authors. According to the university administration, the most remarkable recent research achievements have been in the fields of molecular and cell biology, gene technology, immunology, pharmacology, laser medicine, materials science, laser spectroscopy, biochemistry, environmental technology, theoretical computer science, and psychology. The university cooperates with private enterprises, and acts itself as a nucleus for the development of spin-off firms. People, c. People associated with the University of Tartu. Students and teaching. The number of students is over 17,000. The language of instruction in most curricula is Estonian, with notable exceptions including semiotics, computer science, and software engineering. International cooperation. In the Erasmus program for student exchange, the University of Tartu cooperates with more than 200 universities in 26 countries. Indiana, 2007/2008, there were about 175 Erasmus students at UT. The vast majority comes from Finland, Germany, Italy, France and Spain. The University of Tartu also participates in the Coimbra Group, the Utrecht Network and Atomium Culture. It has signed bilateral cooperation agreements with about 70 universities. See also: List of early modern universities in Europe, Tartu University Clinic, Tartu University Library, Tartu University Press, Tartu Semiotic School, Copenhagen Tartu School, Tartu Analytical 350. References. Bibliography, Rietmar Currency GI. And Wolfgang Gziller. Kaiserliche Universität Currency T. Dorpat 200. 370 Academia Gustaviana, Tartu Aula Akulai Jubel. Tartu Aula Akulai Kigistus. ISBN 9985-56-950-4. Silevosk, Karl. History of Tartu University, 1632–1982. Tallinn, Periodica. Die Universität Currency 10 Dorpat Tartu, Riga und Wilna Vilnius 1579 Euro 1979. Bitra Currency GE zu ihrer Geschichte und ihrer Bekungen Grenzbereichswischen West und Ost. Herausgegeben von Gert von Pischolz, Teufel Uron, Paul Kallegbeen. Car Paragraph LN. Wien 1987. Zweites Internationales Marburger Symposium zu Problemen der Baltischen Sozial- und Kulturgeschichte. Lectures in German and English ISBN 3-412-00886-9, Palamitz, Hiller. Antonio I. Lomitz. Alma Mater Tartuensis, Tartu Republik Ulikal, 1632 Euro 1982. Tallinn, Erste Ramat. Von Engelhardt, Roderick. Die Deutsche Universität Currency T. Dorpat in ihrer Geschichtlichen Bedeutung. Raval, F. Kludge. Semmel, Hugo. Die Universität Currency T. Dorpat, Schism zu ihrer Geschichte von Lurin und Emiligen Schwan Lehren. Dorpat, H. Larkman. Further reading, David H. Stamm, ed. Tartu University Library. International Dictionary of Library Histories. Fitzroy Dearborn. ISBN 1579582443. External links, University of Tartu.